This is No Tears for Black Girls.
Police believe a 13-year-old girl was hit and killed by a car, but there are questions about the circumstances.
They want to find a young man for questioning. Here's News 2's My Owens in South Nashville.
November 21st, 2022 will be a day that Nashville will never forget. Without warning, they took away Aaliyah Ingram from her loved ones, her vibrant spirit silenced. A vehicle struck her and dragged her to a nearby creek, robbing the world of a beautiful soul. The news utterly devastated those who had been blessed to have known. Everyone who had ever encountered her hazel green eyes or experienced the warmth of her smile were devastated by the news. Even in her absence, her family refuses to rest until they can exact justice, though it cannot bring back their beloved Aaliyah. Her injuries were severe, and every broken bone bruise a reminder of the terror she endured. Her once delicate nose was now mangled beyond recognition. One-time graceful shoulders contorted into unnatural angles, ribs shattered on impact, erasing any trace of her graceful form beneath them, and hips defined by curves and strength, reduced to a formless mass. Before them lay a nightmarish scene, the motionless young girl, victim of a vile criminal. But true courage is not about what happens to us, it's how we respond to it. Somehow, someway, Aaliyah summoned the strength to crawl away from that creek bed, battered but unbroken. She returned to society, with strangers astonished to find her at their door 3 hours later. Unfortunately, it had become too late by then. Aaliyah was just a normal teen, but one fateful evening changed her life in an instant. As she stepped out of her home to meet someone she had met online, a pair of criminals claimed her innocent life. Cesar Martinez and Ingram Thomas were just out of their teens, yet their reckless behavior resulted in the theft of a car and, in the long run, the death of Aaliyah. It soon became clear that nothing could bring the girl back or make amends for the loss her family suffered. Yet this tragedy stands as a reminder of what happens when justice cannot deliver, when Nashville's streets become filled with danger and no one is held accountable for their shameful actions. In remembrance of Aaliyah, I like to share a clip of her mother speaking with News 2 Nashville.
To say the least, it's been the worst time of my life. She died 3 days before Thanksgiving.
Just 13 years old.
It's just hard.
Aaliyah Ingram left her mother's home late one night. By morning, she never returned, and her mother knew something was wrong.
I don't know how to explain that, but I just knew she wasn't here.
According to police, Aaliyah died that morning, her mother giving us new heartbreaking details.
Her nose was broken. Both of her collarbones were broken. Her ribs were broken, and her hip was broken in 3 places. She managed to crawl down the hill across Paragon Mills to a house and knocked on the door before she laid down and ultimately died from her injuries.
She says that morning in November, Aaliyah had left the house, her phone pinging in this area in Paragon Mills.
She was ran over with the car, and she was drug or taken down the street and left on the side of a road in a creek. In my heart, I know that she could have survived what happened to her. She just needed somebody to get her help.
Her little girl remembered for being a butterfly, strong, determined, and ready to spread her wings. It's no wonder they were her favorite animal.
She was always just a joy to be around. One of the sweetest, well-mannered people you could meet. And I miss her so much.